Konosuba time! Hello, welcome to another figure review. Today we're going to have a look at the Pop Up Parade Konosuba Darkness figure. This one is the first release Darkness in her regular outfit. We had a look at the winter uniform just a while ago, but you know, I had to get both. I couldn't help it but to get both. This one popped up at my local comic book store and I had to get it. Pop Up Parade Konosuba Part 2 Electric Boogaloo. I told you I was going to review more of it. Did you subscribe though? If you didn't, you still have time. You still have time all the time. If you want to, I appreciate it. This figure stands at about, with the base to the top, 21.5 centimeters, which means we are going up to 8.5 inches tall, a little over that. And for the base, if you want to have the figure without the base, that would be like half an inch almost, and 1.5 centimeters, a little under that. So size comparisons. Here's Jolter, Fingba Darkness, with SH Figure Arts Son Goku, Pop Up Parade Aqua. Oh, and also Pop Up Parade Darkness in the winter uniform, Metal Stone Cold Steve Austin, and Darkseid. Let's have a look at Miss Lalatina with the face sculpt. It's very different. Okay, I don't want to do this too much, but I'm probably going to have some parallels to the winter uniform, which I just had the review the other day, which I love this face so much. And this face, it's good. It looks alright, but it's like a little bit reserved, which, you know, Darkness. She kind of acts shy sometimes a little bit, but for a couple of seconds before she reveals her true nature. And I guess, you know, that's one part of the character, which is fine. I mean, overall, the work on it is done well. It's clean. You have the eyes, which are very sharp, and you have the blue in there, and the mouth open with a little bit of teeth. Also got the detail in there, which is all molded. You got the ear sticking out and the red axis in her hair, which has a little bit of bleeding on this side. It's all right on the other side. Then you have some more strands in her hair and the braids that goes around it. Got the long ponytail with a little bit of orange on the top, on the tip that is. Then you got the ribbon and the boobs. Now the thing about that is they are shaped quite horny.
I'm horny.
I'm just gonna say it. I'm just gonna say it straight out. Yeah, they're a little bit going off to the side. They're a little bit nipply. Not too much though, but it is still appreciated because that was obviously the idea. I feel like, just looking at this figure, this is what they spent the most time on. I don't know why, but it's just like, it's kind of fascinating, isn't it? So also that's obviously part of the armor missing, just so you can show, just so they can show the goods of the figure. And you have some ripped clothing on both sides over here, which is molded on there. It's not just painted on there. You see there's a little bit of difference in height on there, and you have the skin peeking out with her arms crossed under her boobage. The paint on here is also clean for the most part. It might not line up 100% as you can see on this side, but it's nothing to split hairs over. It is also molded nicely. You have like the waviness in her dress going over a little bit to the side. So overall it does for a pretty good post. And now it's Pansu time. Well, don't really see Pansu because she's obviously wearing pantyhose, but the detail in there is molded. So, you know, there's a little bit of attention to that, and it's always well appreciated for the perviness of this channel. Me on this channel, and probably you as well if you're watching this, because, like, you know, there's no shame about that. It's natural. Then you have the legs, which have the armor plates on there, which is shiny. It's not metallic, you know, there's no sparkly stuff in there, but it is nice and vibrant enough, I'd say. And we're going down to the base, which is a regular orange see-through. And she also, as you can tell, she is floating on this kind of see-through plastic on there. But overall, I feel like for this one, it's the package that does the trick. It's more like the entire pose and the mold of it that I really enjoy, other than like with the winter uniform, I splooged so much over this face, which is amazing. Final thoughts, but before that I kind of forgot, I did that for the winter uniform review, so I'm gonna do it again. If you want to have a look at the base, the size of it, it's about like 9.5 centimeters. And that means we're going up to, I'm just showing that because like sometimes bases get in the way of how you want to pose stuff. It's almost 4 inches, a little bit shy of it, but enough about the numbers. Well, I'm not giving really numbers when I'm giving my final thoughts, so I'm just gonna talk about what I like about this figure and what I don't like about this figure. I don't like about this figure? Not really anything. There's nothing really bothering me about it. It is... I don't know, I feel like they had an idea and they went with it. I'm kind of saying, like, it's kind of not so interesting in general, and for like a main Darkness figure, it's kind of weird that she doesn't have all her armor on, but then again, like I'm saying, they were really focusing on the boobage, and they did that quite well. So I'm adjusting my monocle to readjust, to re-look at it and say like, yes, it's a pretty nice boobage. So they did that well. The pose, it's dynamic, you know, it's not boring, it's not just standing there with a sword in hand. And I appreciate that. So overall, I do enjoy this figure, and once again, I didn't have any problem with the paint, which is always a fun time. So I will recommend it if you're a fan of Darkness. Again, Pop-Up Parade is not the most expensive figure line out there, so a lot more affordable for most people. As such, yeah, I don't have any trouble with it. That's gonna do it, guys. As usual, thank you very much for watching. Don't forget, if you enjoyed this review, hit it up with a like and subscribe to the channel so you can stay tuned for more figure reviews, card game stuff, and whatever Darkness wants.